Imagine going from barely scraping by to sitting in a luxury office on Wall Street, making millions. Sounds like a fantasy, right? But the truth is, it's not as impossible as it may seem. Did you know that 7 out of 10 self-made millionaires didn't inherit their wealth? They built it from the ground up. And over 60% of them never even finished college. The rich have strategies you won't find in textbooks. They see the world differently, act faster, and take risks others would never dare to take. From Warren Buffett's daily routine to Elon Musk's insane work ethic, they follow a roadmap that's hidden in plain sight. In this video, you'll discover the real reason they win. We'll dive into their mindset, their hustle, and the secrets they use to go from broke to billionaire. Whether you're just starting or looking to level up, these strategies will show you how to turn your dreams into reality. Stay tuned to learn how the world's wealthiest people think, act, and teach themselves to become successful. Chapter 1. The Blueprint of a Billionaire. Breaking free from the rat race. Becoming wealthy begins with one powerful step: changing your mindset. The first secret that billionaires know is that wealth is a state of mind. According to Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, 95% of people never reach their full financial potential because they're trapped in limiting beliefs. These beliefs stop them from seizing opportunities. Billionaires, however, believe they deserve success and pursue it relentlessly. It's not about what they know, but how they see the world. Successful people don't just think about what's possible, they think about what's probable, and they act on it. Take Jeff Bezos, for example. In the early days of Amazon, Bezos had the vision of an online bookstore before anyone thought it was possible. He started with a small, humble garage and turned it into a $1 trillion empire. But here's the kicker: he believed the future would be shaped by technology, long before it was obvious. He thought different and backed that thought with action. A statistic from Forbes reveals that 85% of the wealthy set goals every day. Goal setting is part of the billionaire blueprint. Every action they take is intentional, leading them closer to their vision. Another key factor is the willingness to fail. Billionaires aren't afraid to lose, because they know losing isn't permanent. Elon Musk, after his early business failures, launched Tesla, SpaceX, and eventually reached a net worth of $200 billion. Rich people understand failure as a part of success. It's not a setback, it's a lesson. By reshaping failure in their minds, they turn mistakes into stepping stones toward greater wealth. As Warren Buffett famously says, the most important investment you can make is in yourself. Chapter 2. Hustle before the hype. How they make their first big bet. While most people wait for the right time, billionaires create their own opportunities. They know that to make big money, they often have to take big risks early. The key to their success lies in taking calculated risks. Mark Zuckerberg's journey with Facebook is a prime example. At 19, he dropped out of Harvard and took a huge bet on a platform that no one could predict would become a global social network. Statistics show that 90% of startups fail within the first 5 years. Yet, the remaining 10% are responsible for 90% of the wealth. This highlights how important it is to make that first move, especially when you're young. Billionaires understand that success doesn't come from waiting, but from acting quickly and decisively. They believe in learning by doing. Every decision, even if risky, brings them closer to their goals. One interesting fact is that 95% of wealthy individuals attribute their success to hard work and perseverance. But here's the catch: they don't work harder than everyone else. They work smarter. They prioritize their time and energy on the most valuable tasks. They often spend hours reading and researching before making a move. Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek, emphasizes that efficiency is more important than effort. Successful people don't just hustle, they hustle with purpose. Chapter 3. Living large, thinking small. The paradox of wealth. The rich don't live large all the time. In fact, they tend to live below their means. Billionaires know the power of small, consistent actions. They don't splurge on big houses or flashy cars right away. Instead, they invest their money wisely, often building wealth with the quiet investments that the average person overlooks. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men alive, still lives in the same house he bought for $31,500 in 1958. One study by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that 78% of millionaires wear average clothes and drive modest cars. This goes against the common belief that the rich flaunt their wealth. In fact, the opposite is true. The wealthy focus on saving and investing rather than spending. They live below their means to build long-term wealth. Billionaires also understand the importance of time. They don't just focus on making money, they focus on buying time. Time, after all, is the one thing that can't be bought back. Successful people prioritize activities that generate value and delegate or eliminate tasks that don't. This concept is backed by the 80-20 rule. 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. The rich focus on that 20%. If you're enjoying these strategies, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insider tips and tricks on building wealth. Chapter 4. The School of Street Smarts. How the wealthy learn beyond books. While education is important, billionaires often learn the most by doing. They don't wait for degrees or certifications to start investing. Instead, they learn from mentors, books, and real-world experience. Richard Branson, for example, never finished high school, but went on to create Virgin Group, which is worth billions. Instead of traditional schooling, he learned by diving into projects headfirst. A study by University of California shows that nearly 60% of self-made millionaires never finished college. This challenges the belief that a degree is essential for success. Instead, rich people focus on learning the right skills, the skills that actually lead to wealth, like decision-making, negotiation, and risk management. Elon Musk took the same approach. He didn't just learn about rockets from textbooks, he learned by building them. In fact, Musk spent hours on engineering forums and asking experts for advice before launching SpaceX. Successful people understand that self-education is key. They seek knowledge everywhere, through books, podcasts, online courses, and real-life experiences. Chapter 5. Legacy in the Making. The power of teaching wealth to others. Wealth isn't just about accumulating money, it's about creating a legacy. Billionaires focus on passing down not only their wealth but also their wisdom. They understand that teaching others to build wealth creates a multiplier effect. John D. Rockefeller, often called the wealthiest American ever, said, "Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great." Statistics show that only 30% of family-owned businesses successfully pass to the next generation. The wealthiest families, however, ensure that their children are financially literate and entrepreneurial. They teach them the importance of smart investing, managing risks, and creating businesses. This is why so many wealthy families build family offices, which help manage both financial and educational wealth. The rich also prioritize creating value through others. For example, Bill Gates spends a significant amount of his time teaching others through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They use their knowledge and wealth to support global causes, teaching others how to invest in ideas that benefit the world. In this way, teaching wealth isn't just about money, it's about shaping mindsets. Chapter 6. Thinking like a trader. Turning setbacks into setups. To think like a trader is to think like a strategist. Billionaires see obstacles as opportunities. They know that setbacks are just setups for their next big move. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham discusses how successful traders make money not by predicting the market, but by being prepared for it. Successful investors understand market cycles, risk management, and patience. One fascinating statistic is that 73% of self-made millionaires claim that delayed gratification is one of their top success factors. The key to success is not rushing into every opportunity, but waiting for the right one. Billionaires know that the best time to invest often comes after a market crash or economic downturn. In fact, many of the richest people in the world made their fortunes during recessions, such as Warren Buffett during the 2008 financial crisis. Rich traders also think long-term. They aren't looking for quick wins, they're investing in the future. This is where the real power of compounding comes in. According to Time magazine, compound interest is considered one of the most powerful financial forces on Earth. The rich understand that wealth doesn't happen overnight, it grows steadily over time. They see every challenge as a chance to build greater resilience and make even smarter decisions in the future. If you want more insights on how the rich think and act, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for future videos. You don't want to miss out on the next steps in building your own wealth.